The Millionaire's twins were blind, until the new black maid changed everything. Where are you watching from? Type your city in the comments. You might just get a shout out in the next video. Hit like and subscribe for some good luck today. The mansion at the top of Ashford Hills was the kind of place people slowed down to admire. Its sprawling gardens, marble pillars, and towering iron gates announced power, wealth, and untouchable luxury. But inside, behind all that shine and polish, the air was heavy with silence, sadness, and secrets. For years, the wealthy Harrington family had hidden a truth the world rarely glimpsed. Their beloved twins, Ethan and Emily, had been born blind. The children were 8 years old now, beautiful, intelligent, and full of spirit, but trapped in a world without light. Their father, Richard Harrington, a self-made millionaire who had built an empire in real estate, was a man used to buying solutions. He had spared no expense, surgeries, therapies, experimental treatments in Switzerland, but nothing worked. Each disappointment carved away at his hope, leaving him bitter and cold. Their mother, Claire, had been fragile since the birth, carrying guilt like a permanent shadow. She was kind, but withdrawn, unable to face the stares of outsiders. And so the family lived like prisoners in their own palace, the twins protected but isolated, sheltered from the world Richard thought was too cruel for them. But everything changed the day Naomi arrived. Naomi wasn't who Richard Harrington had in mind when he sent for another maid. She was young, barely 22, with deep brown skin, strong arms, and a quiet determination in her eyes. She wore second-hand shoes, carried a faded satchel, and spoke with the soft cadence of someone who had seen too much of life too soon. Richard nearly dismissed her at first sight. She didn't look polished, didn't carry the posture of a servant used to wealth. But Claire, desperate for help, insisted. And so Naomi was hired. From her first day, Naomi saw what others ignored. The house was immaculate, gleaming with chandeliers and gold frames, yet hollow with loneliness. The twins weren't allowed to explore. They stayed in the West Wing, their world limited to carefully arranged furniture and silent halls. Tutors came and went, all with strict routines. The children were obedient, but Naomi noticed their fingers twitch restlessly, their voices carrying unasked questions, their laughter strangled by rules. On her third day, as she folded laundry in the hallway, Naomi heard Ethan whisper to Emily, "Do you think the sky feels different when it's blue?" Emily giggled. "I don't know. Maybe it's warmer than gray." Naomi froze. In that single moment, she realized what they had been denied. Nobody fed their imaginations. Nobody dared show them the world beyond their blindness. They weren't just blind in sight, they were blind in spirit. And Naomi decided that would change. It started small. She took them to the kitchen late at night, when Richard was away on business, and let them touch the fruits. "This is an orange," she said, guiding their hands. "Round, smooth, but with tiny bumps. Smell it. That's sunshine locked inside." The twins laughed, pressing it to their faces. "Sunshine." Emily squealed. The next night, she snuck them outside into the garden. They ran barefoot across the cool grass, their hands outstretched. Naomi described everything. "The flowers are roses, soft on the outside, but with thorns like tiny teeth. The wind, that's the world breathing. And those sounds above you, those are crickets singing to the night." For the first time in their lives, the twins tasted freedom. But secrets in a mansion don't stay hidden long. One afternoon, Richard came home early and caught them in the garden. Ethan's shirt was grass-stained, Emily's hair wild, and Naomi stood laughing with them. Richard's face turned to stone. "What is this nonsense?" he thundered. "They'll trip. They'll hurt themselves. Do you know how much I've spent protecting them?" Naomi didn't flinch. "Sir, you've spent years protecting their bodies, but who's protecting their souls?" The words struck like lightning, but Richard dismissed her as insolent. He threatened to fire her,